Hey guys, thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going over my top 5 calisthenics channels. So the purpose of this video is I want to highlight some really great sources of information for you guys, because the thing is with YouTube, even though it's a fantastic platform, everyone has the access to create a channel. And sometimes the issue with that is sometimes there is too much information out there. So this video is sort of to help you guys sort of channel where there's some really great information that within these channels, you could find everything you could possibly have. What I like about these channels and the reason why I picked them is these people are clearly passionate about helping people, and they are very knowledgeable in what they do. And the key thing is you guys want to seek information. So you don't just want to get all of your information from one source, but get a multiple different sources, because there's going to be some people that can deliver that information, which could be exactly the same between all say 5 channels, but each one has its own individual way of presenting that information that you might find more easily to absorb or to watch. So it's very handy to have a good mixture of channels or sources you can get your information. And the more information you have that's really good, effective information, the more likely you guys are to reach your goals. So before we go any further, if any of the channels do appear that you follow, that you really enjoy, make sure you give the video a like. And I want you, before we go any further, comment down below what are your top 5 favorite calisthenics channels that you guys watch, that you enjoy, and that you would promote to anyone who is new or interested in calisthenics or just new to YouTube and checking out this sort of content. So let's jump into the first one. So the first one we're going to have on the list is the Red Delta project. So many of you are aware that I've actually done a collaboration with Matt before, and it was a great conversation. It was a great collaboration. There was a lot of great information that was shared. So obviously I have a hands-on experience of how great this guy is and how knowledgeable he is, but I'm going to go through some of the key things that really stand out for me. For someone who's been watching Matt for a long time, way before I even had a channel, and obviously once I really started to create a channel, I was using a lot of his information in my own training, but obviously helping it, same with these other guys in this list, to build a channel that I want to create for you guys. So the first one I want to highlight is that he has very simple yet effective advice. This is sort of advice that if you follow this, the majority of the results that you're after, you will be able to get. He makes us remember the foundation of fitness. Many channels out there and many advice out there is focusing on these really nuanced things that aren't really going to make much of a difference. Maybe if you're a top level athlete, maybe if you're a competing bodybuilder, or you're a powerlifter, maybe if you're someone who's up there who's trying to get like a gold medal, like real athletes, where these little tiny things you need to focus on, or the optimal way to do things might be the difference between you winning or losing. The majority of us that are coming to YouTube looking for advice, or the average Joes that just want to look better, build muscle, or just get stronger, they do not need to focus on those little things. Nutrient timing and the most optimal way of building muscle, getting stronger, and all of these different things that aren't really that important. He brings to the forefront that if we focus on key things like progressive overload, actually placing tension on muscles, not to get too overloaded on just constantly putting on weight or doing more volume, but focusing on the things that are actually going to give us the results, the things that are going to get us to build muscle, the things that are going to get us fitter, the things that are going to allow us to live a healthier life. He brings those to the forefront, and it's very important to be able to do that, because people are going to be able to take away something from his video. It's not just, okay, how do I look better? It's you are genuinely coming away from his videos either with a different mindset on how to train, or you're coming away with real useful knowledge that is going to help you to get bigger, to get stronger, to get fitter. The next thing is he's a genuinely nice person. I've obviously seen this in my collaborations, but you can see it in his videos. He's genuinely passionate about helping people, and you want to focus your time or look to people who are genuinely passionate about trying to help you than those people that are trying to market and make money for you. There are plenty of people on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube that are making videos just to make money, or they're making this content just to show how fit, strong, their abs, their arms, the sort of the shallowness of fitness. They're very good at showing off that, and you can watch their videos, maybe it's a workout of theirs, and you come away not really taking anything away from it. His videos, you genuinely take something away from it. You genuinely feel like he is trying to give advice that is genuinely going to help you, and you want that passion for helping people if you're making content like this, and he clearly has a lot of it. The next thing is he promotes health and fitness above everything. Like, his main thing is, how can you live a healthy life? How can you build muscle? How can you get stronger? How can you function in life to the point where you are able to do whatever you want? You're not being held back by limitations that your body may put in place of you. It's finding a way in which you can make fitness work for you and be built into your lifestyle that allows you to experience life to its fullest. And I think it's a really powerful message to put out. So the next one we have on the list at number 2 is going to be fitness FAQs. He is sort of like what I would put down as the calisthenics version of Athleanics. I think it's because he's a physiotherapist physiotherapist. And what I like about him is his approach is very science-based. And I like the idea of knowing things. I like the science behind how things work. And he brings that to his videos. He brings the idea of efficiency when it comes to movement. He talks about the anatomy and the physiology of the body. He brings that science-based evidence into his thing to actually explain why certain muscles are utilized more in certain movements, why you need to perform an exercise with certain form to really make it efficient, and how to get certain muscles working, how certain ways in which you can do a form can aggravate muscles or cause issues or potentially cause injuries. He brings the science into sort of his videos, which makes it very interesting. There's gonna be some people that are gonna be able to take that on board and understand things a lot easier. There's gonna be some people that want to know that. He provides those sort of videos, and it's definitely what I've been trying to provide in my videos, is trying to bring in that little bit of science, some of that knowledge in there for people that want to know that. He definitely brings that, and I do really appreciate that. The next thing is he has great advice from beginner to advanced. Also, Matt has a lot of great information for beginners to advanced, but I find with obviously with Fitnessfaqs is the fact that he is able to do a lot of these more advanced moves, and he has a lot more videos on more advanced stuff that, again, that's going to appeal to a lot of people that want to go into that skill element of calisthenics. There's a lot of videos to sort of satisfy those people, but there's a lot of information to help people like beginners be able to build up that foundation of fitness, and he promotes a lot of that. He promotes a lot of ring work as well, which I'm a big fan of. So definitely has a lot of great information for beginner all the way up to advanced. And the other thing that I really like about it is he talks about the uses of incorporating weights in calisthenics. There are a lot of channels out there that are very dogmatic, whether it's just weights or just calisthenics. So it's nice to see a calisthenics channel that is open to using weights and calisthenics, and actually talks about how in some cases weights are better than calisthenics, and other cases where calisthenics may be better than weights, but how incorporating both may be beneficial. And I think that sort of knowledge and putting that to the forefront is very, very beneficial to people, because you don't want to be promoting a dogmatic approach to fitness. So the third one we have on our list is Calisthenicsmovement, or Cali Movement. Big fan of these guys. Very, very simple, easy to follow approaches. Their thumbnails are very, very simple. The approaches to the video are very simple. They highlight very clearly what is wrong, what is right. How can you go from wrong straight into a right? So it's very, very good for people that are looking to improve, beginners, doing things wrong and how to improve to make them better. Their demonstrations within the video themselves are very, very clear, very easy to follow. They utilize weight and calisthenics. Again, I think that's very important to not have to be able to do it, but highlight and actually bring to the forefront that there is purposes, there is uses to incorporating both, and actually being open and having access to doing both could be the best of both worlds. They have great advice for all the way people going from beginners all the way to advanced. They obviously have more advanced stuff going on, so I think that's really, really great. And obviously I do find a lot of their content can be quite science-based, and there's a lot more information, there's a lot of detail that goes into that video. So someone like me that appreciates understanding how things work, why certain things are going to irritate or make certain exercises difficult, the information going into leverages and how you can go into progressive calisthenics to make things harder by changing what you're doing in your body, I think it's very, very important, because I think some people sometimes hit a roadblock of not knowing how to make their calisthenics exercises harder without either just repeating and just doing more volume or doing the weight calisthenics. So I think they're very, very good talking about how you can get into progressive calisthenics. I'm a big fan of that, and they have a lot of great videos on rings, muscle up, skill. So there's a wide array of information out there that I think is really, really useful. So the fourth one we're going to be talking about today is minusthejim. So minusthejim I really like. He has a similar approach to his videos like sort of the Red Delta Project has. I think his information is very, very simple, easy to follow, and sort of down to earth. He has a very, very calm, easy, natural way of promoting his message. Very easy to follow. He has a lot of great information for beginners, and he has a lot of information to people that want to do more advanced of some of the skills that he's talked about. He's done that. One of his videos that I thought was really, really great was the fact that he talked about some of the mistakes that he had. And I think it's very, very important, especially for people who are in a way putting out information to sort of not so much be role models, but they're being teachers in some form of way. It's very important for them to highlight some of the mistakes that they have made, so they can help people understand that, hey, I've made mistakes too. This is how common these mistakes are, how to rectify them, and if you do rectify them, the progress that you can make. And one of his videos, again, on his pull-ups mistakes, actually I saw that and it inspired me to think about some of the mistakes that I have made, hence a video that I made on him. So what I also like about him as well is he has done a lot of calisthenics equipment review. Some of the other channels have done that as well, but I've noticed that he does a lot of calisthenics review, and obviously I do a lot of calisthenics equipment reviews as well. I think it's important because I think people who like using equipment or want to use equipment, it's really nice to find a resource or a place where you can go, where you can genuinely appreciate someone's time that they put in, and also the money into buying these products, to give an honest review. And sometimes just actually seeing the product in the camera, you can actually see how big it is, see whether you could use it, the uses at which you can have it, and whether you think that sort of thing's worth the money in an unbiased thing. So I try and do that in my videos. I hope it comes out in that way. But I also got that from his videos. He has a lot of knowledge. He's very, very passionate about helping people. So I do feel that he is a great resource that if you want to get information that you should go for. I think one of his key things is really driving his message that he has, and the clue is in his name, which is minusthejim. This is going to be a great channel for anyone who doesn't have access to a gym or can't afford it or doesn't want to go to the gym, how you can get fit, the things that you can do within your home with or without equipment. He provides really great information for people that are working out in that environment, how they can get into the shape that they want to. So the fifth one on the list is kind of a new one. It's sort of one I've seen a few videos on, but I think the way that he distributes his videos is really powerful. And this definitely goes into one of the first points I talked about, why some of these channels are in this list, is because there's a different way in which you can put information out. You can have the exact same information and 5 or 10 different people could put that information out differently. And then within those viewers, there's going to be some people that are going to absorb that information differently. Whether we take in information, whether we're watching stuff, whether we're reading things, we take information differently. What I like about this last channel is the fact that he has such a different approach to presenting his information that I feel that it has a very powerful way of welcoming people and allowing those people to listen. And that is going to be hybrid calisthenics. What I like about him, and you'll notice this if you read any of his comments, is he has a very wholesome way in which he does it. He has a very, and none of the other channels do. I mean, some of them, again, if you're doing videos with your shirt off, some people like that. Some people might find it, especially if the person's in great shape. Some people like it, some people don't. They might find it intimidating. What I like about hybrid calisthenics is the fact that he has a very unintimidating presence. He has a very calm voice, has a very welcoming presence, and he's one of those people that you could just sit there and listen to. It doesn't matter if he's talking about calisthenics or a lot of his other content is about different things. You could just sit there and take that in. And when someone is able to have that kind of calming and easy reassurance presence, it makes it very easy to be able to present information to them. And if someone is new to fitness in general, but new to calisthenics, to have someone who has a very calm, nurturing manner makes it very easy for you to feel comfortable around them, to be able to take in that information. Some of his videos on, say, building up to be able to do your first push-up or your pull-ups, he has a very, you can say that if you're someone who's even struggling to do knee push-ups or incline push-ups, going up against the wall, do not feel ashamed about that. This is a method in which you can build up to the strength if you're doing that. If you can't even do that, even using cans of beans, I think it's bottles of water, to be able to do them, he has a very easy way of saying that, okay, you may not have the strength to be able to do some of these easier progress, but there's still a step that you can do. And that is going to be very nice for people that are very insecure about their strength or their fitness levels, to feel welcome to the ability that there is something that they can do to build up to what other people would say is a real beginner or a real newbie to fitness. So he has a great way of doing that. Obviously, some of his videos aren't calisthenics based, but his calisthenics based videos are very useful, very easy to follow. He's got some of them in short form, some of them in longer form. So for people who, thanks to TikTok and all of those videos, have now got a shorter attention span, there are shorter content videos for people that want to get that information quickly, and there's longer form information where there is a lot of things on there. He obviously does some other videos on general, just health and well-being. I think that's something that is underrated in fitness culture today. Let's use fitness to feel better. Let's use fitness to improve our health. Let's use fitness to improve the quality of our life, and also use fitness to just release those endorphins, to have a positive mindset on everything. And I think that's a really powerful message to have. Any of those other channels that are out there, this isn't a slight on any of you, but if you do enjoy these channels, many of them, I know Matt, for instance, has many really good books that have a lot of knowledge in there, easy to digest. And if you want to support these channels, which again, these people are putting out content that is free for you to watch, you can support these channels by either buying their books. Some of them have their own programs that you can support and buy them, and some of them, I think Hybrid Calisthenics has just released stuff like some gymnastic rings and things like that. You can support the channel this way. I think some of the other channels as well have affiliate programs where they're promoting products, and by buying through them, you help support the channel. It's a great way that if you guys want to sort of give a kickback to these channels and sort of just show your appreciation, that is a great way to be able to support these channels, as well as going to their channels, liking, subscribing, and sharing their content. It's a really great thing to do. So guys, let me know what you think of the list. Let me know what yours are down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content on this, make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.